Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're taking a look at what your person would most want you to know right now. So let's just grab like a message card and see. Oh, why is something flipped already? What's that? You wouldn't believe the amount of pain I felt over you. You make me so happy. You have so many layers. Okay. Well, there's a little starter message. But also I mean, I think you really bring out a lot of emotion in this person. That's too many. What would Aries person most want Aries to know right now? Okay. This is 2. I want 1. What would Aries person most want Aries, oh my God, to know right now? Okay, here we go. I get so confused and don't know what's right. Should I contact you if I'm not ready for a full-blown relationship, or will that make things worse? And on the bottom of the deck, you're so kind to all creatures and people. All right, so they're definitely thinking about reaching out. I feel like they're definitely missing you. I also shuffled a song for you, and it was Style by Taylor Swift. So what's that song about? It's about 2 people coming together again after like not being together for a while, sort of like a series of makeup breakups, or just like a cycle that kind of keeps repeating. I watch us go round and round each time, but about how it's just kind of like fits together and it's so right. So like, how can you not? Like, we just go together like peanut butter and jelly, like James Dean and Marilyn Monroe, whatever that song talks about. But let's see, what else would Aries person most want Aries to know? Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. I feel like they're really just trying to, they don't want to like make things worse or blow it. They feel like this is maybe like a sensitive situation, and they shouldn't necessarily jump the gun. They're afraid of jumping the gun. They may have some things to answer for, so they're not trying to maybe start another, like, they're not trying to start the same cycle over again. For example, they want to maybe make sure that when they come through, they're ready for a relationship, or they're ready to actually have the difficult conversation. Because you know how in that song Style, she's like, I heard that you've been out and about with some other girl, and he said, what you heard is true, but I can't stop thinking about you. And I said, I've been there too a few times. So it's like, it's almost like we have to hash out the past and have like an uncomfortable conversation. So is it, maybe it's like, I'm missing you right now, and I just am worried about how you're feeling about me and things like that. So I don't know if it's the right time to contact you. Maybe they think it should be allowed to take a more natural course here when they have like a reason to contact you. Work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So let's look. I think I'm open to, oh no, that's a full moon from yesterday. New moon in Virgo. I'm just gonna like breeze through this. This card suggests rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm, which I feel like is the cycle that you guys have been in, FYI. That's me saying that, obviously. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. So again, it might be a little dark. There might be some uncomfortable discussions to be had with some issues that were buried deep down, things that we haven't talked about in a long time, that even if you guys have hung out and talked, it's like there was like this elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. I'm getting a vibe like that. But it won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time if you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. I feel like your person could maybe be really feeling drawn to you in a sexual way. Not that I think they want to come in and just like use you for sex or anything like that, but I think like that sexual feeling is kind of like motivating them. Oh yeah, look, because it says the energy is gaining momentum, so I feel like it's almost like pushing them forward, like, oh my God. But like, not just because they want to have sex, but I feel like I remember reading that in, what was that book? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, how like the desire for sex is the single most motivating factor for like a human being, apparently. But I'm like, what about asexual people? I don't think it's their biggest motivation, but just saying. Anyway, I guess just like people that are classify themselves as sexually active or whatever. But anyway, additional meanings for this card. Time to let go of a grudge you're holding, move on from jealousy, stop being obsessive. Could it be you're paranoid? I feel like your person is kind of like paranoid a little bit. Not paranoid, but this says work through your fears. So I feel like it's like a Nine of Swords energy almost. They're unsure, they're confused. This isn't like really super, super dark stuff here, but it's like unsure, like I was just saying, worried, confused. They're like, ooh, I don't know. They kind of don't want to make things worse than they are, especially if things aren't exactly peachy keen between the two of you right now. So what do they most want you to know? That they're very attracted to you. The only thing that's stopping them from coming forward is because they don't know if that is the right thing to do yet. They want to make sure. They definitely want you to know that they're thinking about you. And if they knew it would be okay with you, they would be contacting you probably just to like talk to you. What else would Aries person most want Aries to know? What would Aries person most want Aries to know right now? Relationship patterns. That's so cray. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Yeah, they definitely don't want to repeat the same pattern here. So they're trying to do something different. They're trying to do like what they feel is the right thing, but we have a new moon here, so it's again they're trying to start a new pattern. But if you're in that cycle, it's difficult. How do you kind of step out of it? I think that's what they're trying to figure out. It's like they're, because what was there something on the bottom of the deck here that I saw? Oh no, it wasn't. My feelings for you are the realest thing I've ever felt, and you're so kind to all creatures and people. I think they would say that you deserve more than whatever pattern or whatever way they've treated you in the past, whatever their pattern of behavior was. I think they feel that you're a good, kind person and that you deserve, like, yeah, something a little bit more substantial. And I think they want to make sure that things are, that they're in a good place, that they're being more authentic with themselves. They're being more honest with themselves before they rush in here. What would Aries person most want them to know right now? We have surrender and regret, but I just want to get one. What would Aries person most want Aries to know right now? Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And look, relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. They feel that you're like really like a good fit for them and a good match for them. And they want to change the pattern. Like they want to work through their fears because maybe they've recognized on some level that something deep down inside of them, maybe a fear, not like a view or of the relationship, but there is something subconscious. Like Scorpio deals with like your subconscious, deeply buried emotions. There's something there that they're trying to, I believe, look like actively, maybe with a therapist, but if not, maybe just within themselves somehow. They're trying to really take a look at it and figure out, like, why do I do this? Like, what is this pattern? Like, why do I keep maybe running away from the person that I really like care about? And maybe they're afraid. I think it's not even that they, okay, you know how this card says, if I'm not ready for a full-blown relationship, or will that make things worse? I don't think that it's that they're not ready for it. Like they're like, oh, I'm not ready. I still want to like fuck around and do my thing. I think it's more so that they're worried that they're just gonna like F it up by their like behavior again, like, and not mean to, and just like restart the pattern. And they're very afraid of that. I don't think it's that they're like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to settle down. Like, I'm not really getting a vibe like that. Although people, I have noticed, like with the spiritual connections, like I feel like there's like two separate collectives, like one being like farther along that have just, you know, maybe like met and had their separation start like a longer time than some people that might have just had their separation start like just recently. So if that's the case and your separation just started with a person, it may be that they're not ready to settle down. But if this is something where it's been evolved, you guys have grown a lot, even if it's just like energetically, I feel like there's two separate collectives. So the more evolved one, I think it's more so that they're really trying to like work on themselves, and they do know that they want to be with you, but they're just not sure if it's the right time and that the same pattern won't repeat. If it's for the other sort of collective, this could all be very subconscious within them as well. I feel as though they're maybe interested in more, they're just like following an old pattern. They're not ready to break out of it yet, kind of a thing. But I mean, time can change everything. But I feel like I'm more so reading for this more evolved collective. So we'll see. All right, what else does Aries person most want them to know? Okay, look, regeneration, co-create, but let's just get one. What does Aries person most want them to know right now? Happy, happy, cute. Is that only one? Okay, I just want to make sure. And Treasure Island, number 9. Treasure Island, they really see your value. They think you're special. Oh my God, there goes my tarot deck all over the floor. Okay. They really see your value. I'm gonna just try to like lean over and get it while I'm talking. But they see your value. They think you're special. With that Treasure Island, they know they're taking forever with the turtle here. They're like, I know this person probably like wants to kill me, but it's like we have this by the book, and they think they have to do things like one step at a time. Like they don't want to like rush their growth. An elephant isn't really known for being super fast, I don't think. Although in Jumanji, in that stampede, they were running pretty fast. But when I think of an elephant, I think of a big, like, kind of, you know, blundering kind of a animal here. A turtle, same thing. They move a little quicker in the water, though, and that person is in the water. But again, I always get with this card because, and even on here, it's like they're walking backwards, almost like towards the past. But I think, oh my God, I think that's because they're examining their past behavior and the things they've done in the past. An elephant is a very wise animal. Turtle's ancient as well. It's like they're really examining, I think, their past, maybe even their childhood here. Like I said, they could be in therapy. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, I see a card over there. Give me 1 second. Like literally hanging like upside down off the corner of my couch, like the arm of my couch, just FYI. Okay, I think we got all the cards. So let's, oh my God, there they go again. Oh, I caught them this time. They're like all over the place. I don't even know now. They're probably like half of them are in reverse. Actually, they look okay. I don't like when my cards are in reverse. I like them all upright. Because in that way, if something flips in reverse, like I know it's true. Oh, happy, happy. Do we even talk about this? Happy, happy. I mean, they just want you to be happy. They want to make sure they're happy. And I think they want to make sure that you're both aligned and in really good places in your life before they, oh my God, rush forward towards you. They really want to make sure, but they feel, I think they feel very like just happy at the thought of you. Like they really happy at the idea of like you guys being together. I kind of want to look in the book a little bit. Happy, happy. Just see anything else it could say. Joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, blah, blah, blah. Maybe the contrary message is more like, well, let's see. There are moments in a relationship when you just feel good about whom you're with and you know that your heart is wide open to befriend, to love, and to care for another without wanting anything in return. This is a kind of happy that you just want to share. The appearance of this card in a reading tells you that joy and contentment are here now, not somewhere else or off in the future. The grass is greenest right where you stand. Be grateful and delight in your relationship. And if you're seeking one, be happy now. Happiness attracts more of itself, like bees to honey. I feel like that's what they're trying to do. Like, in order to prepare for this connection. Protection message. Let's just see. This is like the contrary message, like the reversal message. But I feel like what I just read is kind of where they want to be. I feel like this might be more accurate to where they are now, but let's just see what it says. Lighten up, because this is the time to be ridiculous and silly. See the world through the eyes of a clown, and don't take yourself or any situation right now too seriously. Have fun, be playful, and make laughter the order of the day. You'll be surprised how everything just seems to fall into place when humor leads the way. Being happy and lighthearted is a wonderful icebreaker. Life is meant for play as well as work, for laughter as well as tears, and for celebration as well as focus. Spirit wants to sparkle through you today. Smile and enjoy each breath and each moment. Miracle lies in the silly things today. So it's like, I feel like your person needs to basically just like lighten up. I feel like they're like thinking about this a little too seriously, which it's good that they're taking it seriously, but it's just like, you know, lighten up, buddy. Like, I don't know. I feel like they need to lighten up. I feel like they're, with the fears, I was getting sort of a Nine of Swords energy. I feel like they're like, oh my God, like if I breathe the wrong way, am I gonna like F up this connection again? Like they're a little bit too scared, like when it's probably a lot more effortless and natural than they would think, you know? All right, so what else does Aries person most want them to know? Kiki, what are you doing over there? What would Aries person most want Aries to know? Hi, Mama. What are you doing? My beautiful, precious cat. These cards are like wanting to like, I feel like they want to jump towards you. All right, what would Aries person most want Aries to know right now? You have Justice in reverse. They just don't think they're ready for a relationship, or they're afraid they're going to like cause like some more permanent separation. Knight of Swords. They don't want to rush into a relationship or something. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. But it's like they're burning too, or maybe they're thinking about the way that they destroyed this relationship in the past. They want to rush in and fix it. They just got this burst of motivation, I feel like, out of nowhere. Oh, what do we have? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Interesting. And I really do think they're, hold on. There we go. What's up? And the Four of Wands in reverse. Very interesting. A lot of reversals, which I usually never have. It's only because that deck fell. But look, okay, I feel like with the Hierophant being here as the bottom of the deck energy, and then the Tower, I just cut to the Tower just to get like a little backup of that. I feel like they almost want to come in. Oh, look, we have the King of Wands here too, underneath that. So, oh, that looks almost like exactly the same, those two. They want to come in like and show you that like they're a new person. Like they feel that they treated you so unfairly in the past. They were maybe in and out of your life, like the song Style by Taylor Swift. Hi Kiki, did you come say hi? My little baby girl. White pipey, no Kiki. We have, I'm so sorry about that, Ace of Wands at the center of the reading, which is where I think they're currently at, where they're like on fire. Like they want to rush towards you. They're really like holding themselves back. And in the future, it's almost like they have to stop the wheel from turning themselves, because it's almost like they know that you would make them so happy that they would almost like rush into it and ruin it. It's kind of like what I was already saying, but Pipey, what's the matter, baby? Hold on, let me get this thing. I want to like clarify these with these. What is the Four of Wands in reverse? Fighter. They feel like they're gonna make it, it's gonna be happy for a minute, but it's not gonna be lasting. Like I feel like they think that you're gonna end up being even more mad at them or in a fight with them if there was some sort of like ending here. They feel like even if they make things right, they may not be as ready as they think they are. They're like, am I just missing this person right now? But that doesn't mean that I'm ready. Like with Justice in reverse, we have Witty with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I feel like they don't want to get on your bad side and have you maybe say some things that you'll regret or something like that. Let's clarify that one even further. What's this Wheel of Fortune? Brave. Or maybe it's that they're not really brave enough yet to be like super authentic and say everything that they have to say. Maybe they need something else to change in their life. The Wheel of Fortune is like an expansive energy and it's in reverse. So it's almost like they're not done. I'm getting more of a sense from this. Let me just see this. We have the Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Swords, I feel like they maybe aren't sure that you're ready to like expand, because I just cut to the Queen of Swords. I feel like they're coming through in like Knight and King energy. So I feel like that's you. So they think maybe you've had some misfortune. With the Witty though, what is that? I feel like they maybe think you've had business savvy. Maybe you had some bad luck in business, or you've had some sort of a setback here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands in reverse, right, Kiki? And they don't know if you're actually maybe ready for a relationship. Should I clarify these with the tarot or with my tea leaves? I like to clarify with my tea leaves. Wait, let's just get one for all of these. Sorry, I didn't really plan out this reading. I'm just like winging it. With energetic, with the Ace of Wands, yes, they have a lot of energy towards you. They definitely, like, they're like having to really stop themselves, but it's almost, this kind of came through in the last reading I did where they didn't think it was appropriate for some reason, but I think they're at least using this time wisely. Knight of Swords, warm, and then the Justice card. What is that? Melancholy. Oh my God, like, they think you're sad about something, and it could have to do with a way that they've treated you. It's like they want to come in and warm you up and make you feel better. They're very motivated to do this, but maybe they feel like you wouldn't be open to hearing them with the witty. Let me get one tarot card to clarify that. I'm gonna put it away. I just want, what is this Wheel of Fortune in reverse that just fell on the floor? The Chariot. It's, they want to come, but like their wheels are stuck for some reason. Knight of Cups, like they want to, but I think they think they're ready to go here. They're like raring to go. I think they think that you're not ready to receive them. How about this Four of Wands in reverse? Fighter, and then we got that. Okay, so maybe they just think it would be like a big argument. Maybe they think there's some drama going on in your life, and they're like, with Temperance, it's like, it's best to wait, best to bide my time right now. With the Five of Swords sticking out, I see. Also the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe, let's see, what is, oh, Justice, Queen of Cups, Four of Wands upright, and the Strength card. I feel like with that and the Knight of Swords, when they know it's the right time, they're like coming in and bringing everything with them. Like they're turning, look, we had two cards that were in reverse turned upright that just came out. Justice and the Four of Wands. So I feel like, and then the Queen of Cups and then the Strength card. But with these figures, the Queen of Cups and the Strength card, they see you as like formidable. They're like not scared of you, but they know that you can hold your own, and they know that they're going to have to explain themselves, and maybe they don't know what they're going to say too. That could be another thing. And it's almost like they need to figure out, oh, sorry. They need to figure out almost like the reason why they did what they did before they can like explain it to you themselves, before they can talk about it. Okay, whoa, that took forever to get there. So it's like they don't think that you're somebody that's going to be like convinced with like some half-ass explanation. They're like, I better come like with like some real shit here. Like I can't be like just giving this person like, oh yeah, you know, I was scared. Like scared of what? Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever the case like is. I feel like they know that you're going to be like, that you're smart. I feel like they respect your intelligence with the witty, like, and that they're going to have to explain some stuff from the past. They maybe know that they made you sad here. Or they think you're sad about something else, and it just is like kind of bad timing, and maybe that's why they want to rush into it and why they want to contact you if there is something going on with you. What is this? Turn on your heart light, reflect on a time when you experienced love. I feel like they spend a lot of time thinking about you, daydreaming about you. They're thinking about having a relationship with you, but they're just afraid that their patterns haven't been worked through fully and like not unleashed, like released from their subconscious. So they're like become consciously aware of the reason that they act that way. And like I said, they want to explain it to you, and they also want to make sure that they can make you happy, that they're not going to do the same thing. But there's something here with this happy coming out over the relationship patterns now that it's clarified, where it's like they need to just like lighten up. Like it's not that deep. Like it is that deep, but it doesn't have to be that deep. It's probably simpler than they think. I think they're spending a lot of mental energy, and it's like almost like they have to let it come to them naturally, allow nature to take its course. Like almost like this is like advice for them. It needs to just like, it'll come to their heart one day. Something they need to like maybe even just like pray and ask spirit to help them. Like, you know, like why do I keep doing this? And maybe like something will happen that'll trigger them, that'll make them think back on something else from their past, and they'll be like, oh, like this is kind of similar, like this is why I do this, kind of a thing. Like for instance, if they're a people pleaser, this isn't going to be them because they're like a runner, but this is, I feel like, what a chaser would normally do when you're like a people pleaser, and it's like you think you have to prove to people how amazing you are so they'll stay with you. It's because you don't think you're enough or something like that. If you're somebody that you grew up somewhere where it was wrong to like show your feelings, which is a lot of things like we see on the channel here, but it's like you could shy away from something that actually makes you feel something deep, like with Scorpio, because it's like it feels uncomfortable and wrong to you because that's what you were always taught. Something like that. It could be anything. They need to figure it out, but it's like they're almost making it a little too much here. Where is my message deck? What did I do with it? Oh, it's over here. So let's see what else they would most want you to know, and then I'm just going to get some advice for you, and we're going to wrap it up. Oh, was I going to get tea leaves? Let's get tea leaves after messages. Okay, what would Aries person most want to say to Aries? That's way, way too many. That was like 12. All right, what would Aries person most want to say to Aries? I feel your energy so strongly. So if that's like a spiritual connection going on here, they're feeling the vibes for sure. And maybe they know that you're sad again, like, and that's why they're like wanting to send you some warmth, send you some healing energy. Look at this. When I come back, I'm coming back right. Like, yes. It's so hard for me to think right now. I'm so confused. That's 2 cards about being confused. And again, like, how are they supposed to explain to you when they don't even know? That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting here. What else? Oh my God, the phone on the floor. No matter how things may seem, there's something special that's reserved only for you. That's kind of like that Taylor Swift song. The part with the other girls, like, what you heard is true, but I can't stop thinking about you. Like, even if I was with other girls, like, you're number one. Like, on my mind, always in my heart, which is like, all right, like, F yourself. I love you. Let's see, what else? It's kind of like stupid. You always try to be fair. You're so kind to all creatures and people. I think that was on the bottom of the deck. So it's like, and they feel like they weren't fair to you too. I'm starting to understand why things had to happen the way they did. I feel like they're starting to understand their patterns, and they feel like they're making some real headway, and they think this is very like important work, even maybe for their own journey here. We have 4 almost in reverse. I feel like they need to look more to their roots. They're looking more so, it's almost like they're trying to blame themselves or something, I want to say. And they need to look more in like their childhood roots or something. Anything more? The 3rd house in reverse. I feel like they're not going to communicate with you. Why does this keep going upside down? Until they like get some answers. And then the 1st house. Yeah, it's like this is really valuable work for their own self with the 1st house coming through. So it's probably best that they hold off on communication until they're able to like really get a handle on themselves and really understand themselves better. Because if, okay, somehow you always know exactly what to say, and you have such a, I don't know why I'm shuffling on these, we're done, but you have such a beautiful mind. That's the last message here. But it's like almost like it's really important for them to get to know themselves, because then they'll be able to like know like what they want and what their values are and why they do the things they do, and they'll be able to expand out from like a more solid foundation. We had that 4 in reverse from the dice, where it's like their foundation is like in reverse is not, but I feel like this is more of like their sense of self. Like they really need to get a handle on that. I feel like this is more about, yeah, their sense of self. They need to really get that foundation in check before they could start expanding. And I think, oh yeah, we had a 4 of Wands. So their own energy, their own energetic foundation stabilized before they're ready to add on to it and expand. And there's some sort of wisdom that's holding them back, and they're right to follow that wisdom. So what else do we need to know? What does Aries person most want them to know? Hills, obstacles to overcome. They feel like there's still work to be done here, but it's a hill, not a mountain. Success. Look, they feel like they're going to do it though, or maybe just Spirit wants you to know that, but that's good. We also have fair man. You see how it said you always try to be fair, and that's coming out here, and they weren't fair. I know this is like, this could be blonde, that could be double confirmation, obviously, but I feel like the fact that it came out on top of the fair is like, they want to, like, whether they're a man or a woman, they want to be a fair person towards you. Like, they want to grow into a fair person. And I think in order to do that, they have to realize like what made them act and treat you unfairly, especially somebody that they see as very kind and fair, and that somebody that they respect. Remember, we had that strength card coming out before and things like that. Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. I feel like there was something about people talking or something like that. So I don't know, maybe they heard something about you, something that was going on with you, and that's why they think you're melancholy or something. And we have basket, recognition, and reward for merit. I think they want to give you some sort of recognition as like being such a good person that they really like care about and count on. Like, there's something special that's reserved only to you. I feel like you are very special to them. And that's the only reason why you're the only person that's the only reason why they're looking at their patterns. You're the only person that could make them even care to look at their patterns. Does that make sense? I feel like your energy, even if this isn't about your spiritual connection, I feel like your energy changed them. Your energy touched them in their heart and really, like, enacted some sort of a change in them that otherwise they wouldn't have never done. Or I feel like you're the only person that could have had this effect on them. So what's some advice for you guys? What's advice for Aries right now in regards to this connection? Oh, what is advice for Aries right now? We have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Continue to follow your soul's guidance. You already know what you're doing, Aries. We have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Exactly. Like, you're going to keep following your intuition. Like, things are coming together. You've been following it so far. Probably felt like you were getting nowhere and it was just the same cycle repeating, but Spirit's like, no, like, you're exactly where you need to be right now. And you're doing what you should be doing here. Keep following, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution and expression, trust the niggle. What's the niggling feeling trying to tell you? I feel like you need to really, it's more about your intuition than the facts right now, because I feel like this person, there's like some deep work going on underneath the surface. You need to focus on your own expression here, your own soul mission here. I feel like this is all about you right now. I feel like you are expanding in your own life here. Your person's trying to foundation build and you're like in a period of expansion. So I feel like continue on with that. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. I feel like you're obviously mirroring each other because they got their happy message about playing too. So, you know, make sure you're making time. This says soul tribe, maybe with your friends, maybe with fun, creativity, but, you know, soulful work, like meditating and stuff like that, moon rituals, whatever you do, energy cleansing, things like that. Just make sure you're aligned and balanced energetically as well. So, all right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.